We'll also talk about the air pollution and the problems of air pollution in Hong Kong and the failure of the government to properly protect us. Now, we know Hong Kong has a poor record when it comes to concrete testing, when it comes to concrete quality. The government should know anything about it. No! They're trying to prosecute so slowly, one summons at a time. FEHD is nowhere to be seen. EPD is nowhere to be seen. By its appearance, but it doesn't look like the safest place to work, and it doesn't exactly look like Asia's world city. And bear in mind, this is seafront land. This is prime land here. We will not be able to walk around here like this. If the police weren't here, this would just be... That concrete truck over there, the red concrete, would be parked right on the pavement. We work hard and risk our lives every day. We are pushed and pushed and pushed until they die, because they're pushed so far, they don't have time to clip themselves into heights. They don't have time to take care of basic things. EPD needs to get its act together. I have called for an environmental court. A court which can just process environmental issues. And the final villain is the developers themselves who buy this illegal concrete. Wheelock Properties is one I know. They buy concrete from this plant.
令啦，係希望佢哋停止佢哋營運嘅。咁中國混凝土廠啦，佢就上訴。咁但係咧，高等法院已經咧喺由1月20號到而家啦。咁呢個中國混凝土公司咧就係繼續無牌經營啦。咁呢度有幾樣問題嘅。今日嘅遊行咧，其實就係想突顯翻就係政府部門喺處理呢個空氣質素管制條例賦予嘅權力上面咧佢哋執法嘅不足啦。咁其實中國混凝土廠咧已經係無牌經營啦，係由1月中開始啦。咁1月中咧就係高等法院就駁回咗中國混凝土廠嘅一個上訴。咁換言之咧就係中國混凝土廠咧佢哋係無牌經營啦。咁裏邊牽涉到就幾個部門嘅。咁其一咧就係環保署啦，咁另外就係食環署啦，咁以及就係勞工處啦。咁幾個部門咧亦都俾唔到一個信心，就係公民社會或者附近嘅住客啦，就係一個信心，就係原來佢哋係可以確保到呢區市民嗰個公共衛生嘅。咁特別就係由混凝土廠排出嘅空氣污染啦，以及噪音啦等等嘅問題咧，其實已經喺2021年開始陸陸續續係收到好多投訴啦。咁亦都係點解驅使咗署方去做一啲行動啦，係希望係停佢牌啦，或者唔續牌嘅。咁但係到今時今日啦，由1月到而家啦，我哋就未見到政府部門有一個好有力嘅執法咯。咁所以呢個係我係擔心嘅。咁個擔心來源咧就係除咗喺油塘呢個地區啦，如果喺未來咧有類似嘅情況喺其他地區的話，究竟香港執法部門會唔會有足夠嘅信心或者能力去處理咧？去更加保護到社區嘅健康咯。咁呢個係我哋今次遊行嘅原因咯。
咁其實之前咧，即係呢一區嘅居民有冇同你哋即係都詳細咁講過佢哋係受到點樣嘅影響啦？有冇真係健康上面因為呢個空氣污染出現咗一啲問題，同埋佢哋平時係要點樣先可以解決到可能或者減低到呢個對佢哋帶嚟嘅影響？
我哋今日遊行嗰邊James 其實就同呢區居民去聯絡過啦，咁大概知道佢哋都係關注就係空氣污染帶嚟嘅健康影響嘅，亦都因為咁咧，其實喺觀塘區議會咧裏邊有一個有關混凝土嘅工作小組啦，咁裏邊都有一啲會議由2021開始嘅，咁裏邊都邀請咗就係環保署出席啦，咁裏邊就有唔同嘅資料去交代就係混凝土廠排出嘅空氣污染情況，咁但係咧環保署個數據就顯示咧就冇即係空氣污染上面就冇超標嘅，咁但係咧呢區居民咧其實嗰個擔心仲存在咯，咁所以我哋見到就係喺其他媒體都報道就係呢區嘅居民去擔心就係混凝土排出嘅空氣污染啦或者噪音啦點樣影響佢哋日常生活咯，而且陸續有新嘅樓盤落成啦，咁呢個都係我相信係整個社區嘅擔心嚟嘅，以及近期嘅討論就係會搬遷呢個混凝土廠去將軍澳137區啦，咁個亦都牽涉咗137區或者將軍澳居民佢哋嘅擔憂咯。咁所以整體嚟講，我相信一般市民係對於混凝土廠產生嘅污染係擔憂嘅。咁但係現時咧就冇一個渠道可以好好咁處理呢件事咯。
咁後續仲有啲咩行動或者係希望政府點樣去解決呢個問
後續行動，我諗我哋就繼續係希望政府係立即有果斷嘅行動啦，因為呢件事已經係似乎無需要去繼續討論啦，即係高等法院已經係駁回咗個上訴啦，咁呢個混凝土廠已經係繼續無牌經營啦，咁呢個事實都係擺在眼前，係有啲執法行動咧就係政府係必須立即今日去做㗎啦，咁呢個此其一啦，其二就係如果政府繼續係inaction， 即係佢哋繼續冇做嘢啦。咁我諗我哋要繼續去唔同渠道去講咯。咁立法會啦，或者區議會啦，咁我哋都會嘗試啦，傳媒啦等等咯。
Yeah, I mean, this was partly a test to see if protest could come back to Hong Kong. So I think we succeeded. The police were, on the whole, quite supportive, actually, of the idea. Surprisingly, I didn't think we'd get any approval when I first submitted the form. I submitted the form about 2 weeks ago. Got many calls back. I think I've had about 100 phone calls on this, trying to get every detail squared away. So it's hard work, but I think, in terms of public safety, the police are just doing that. Those police are just doing their job. So I'm actually quite pleased and quite encouraged by how this has gone, because this, I think, opens up now. We can start doing a lot more protest, and a lot more civil society can have a voice again, because we've been shut down for 3 years about complaining about anything, and we're not really complaining, I mean about raising issues. For me as a journalist, I've kept going and writing about these issues and highlighting these issues, but our government is quite shameless, and I think unless it sees people on the street with banners, it's not going to do anything. I think negative press reports don't frighten our government, but people waving banners is something they might take notice of. So this is very encouraging. And I think the police did a good job today. I have no criticism. The process is arduous in terms of bureaucracy and forms and filling out things and trying to jump through hoops, but I think that's necessary to keep people safe. So on the whole, I say this was a great event, and I'm very happy, and we will be doing a lot more now.